Alright, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel, Masa Tutorials. Now, we are still on Math 102 Analytic Geometry and Calculus. This time around, we are proceeding to finding the equation of a circle, giving the center and a point on the circle. This time around, they will not give you the radius, but rather, they will give you a point on the circle. So let's start with example and let's see how best we can solve this question. All right, example one. The point 1, 2 is on a circle whose center is 5, -1. Find, write a standard equation of the circle. So let's see. Now don't forget that this one is geometry. So you cannot sketch the diagram of the circle. Okay. So now let's sketch the diagram of the circle. So I have my center, which is known as 5, -1. Right. Then we have a point. Right. So let's say point A is on the circumference of the circle, which is 1, 2. Right. So now they want the standard equation of the circle. And don't forget, this center is not at the origin. The center is AB. Right. So now, and if you want to find for the equation of a circle, don't forget, you need your center and you need your radius. So now, they didn't give me my radius, so I have to go and find for my radius. Now, what is radius? The radius is a line drawn from the center to touch any point on the circumference of a circle. So a radius is a line drawn from the center to touch any point on the circumference of a circle. So we have this line as the radius. Now I have a point here, I have another point here. How can I find for the distance? Or how can I develop my radius? Don't forget, how do we calculate for the distance? The distance of a point, or the distance from this point C to this point A. So I can say that the distance of AC, or the distance of CA, must be equal to, so the distance of CA, which is the same thing as the radius, must be equal to square root of x2 minus x1, or squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Right. So I have here to be my x1, y1, x2, y2. So I have my radius, which must be equal to square root of my x2 is given as 1 minus my x1 is 5 squared plus my y2 is 2 minus my y1 is -1. So I get +1 squared. So my radius must be equal to square root of 1 minus 4, we obtain -4 squared, plus 2 plus 1, we get 3 all squared. So my radius must be equal to square root of -4 all squared, we get 16, plus 3 squared, we get 9. So my radius must be equal to square root of 16 plus 9, we obtain 25. So my radius must be equal to 5 units. 5 units. So this is how to calculate for the radius of the circle. So I have my radius to be 5 units because that's the distance. So you have to attach your unit of measurement, right? So this unit, it can be centimeters, kilometers, millimeters, meters. So that's it, right? So now let's see. How best can we find for the equation of a line? Sorry, the equation of a circle. Right? So the equation of a circle giving the center AB is x minus a all squared plus y minus b all squared A, B to be 5 and negative 1 respectively. So my x minus my A is 5 all squared plus y minus my B, which is negative 1. So negative and negative when they meet, we get positive. Then plus 1 all squared equals my radius. We obtain the radius to be 5 squared. So now I can say that x minus 5 all squared plus y plus 1 all squared must be equal to 25. So either this or that can be the equation of the supposed circle. Let's proceed to our next example. All right, so let's see. Question 2. Write the center radius equation of a circle with a center 9, 12 and passes through the point 15, 12. All right, now don't forget that the center radius equation of a circle is the same thing as well, the standard equation of a circle. Right. So now we can sketch the diagram. It's not drawn to scale. So we have the diagram sketch. Here I have my center AB, which is 9, 12. Then we have a point here, so let's say point alpha, which is 15, 12. So point alpha. Don't forget, we draw a line from the center to the point alpha, which is our radius. So now we can find for the distance of C alpha, which is the same thing as the radius, and our formula is x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared, which is the same thing as the radius. I can denote this one as my x1, y1, x2, y2. It doesn't matter how you denote your x1, y1. You can denote it here x1, y1, x2, y2. The distance from Kumasi to Accra is the same distance from Accra to Kumasi. Alright, so I get my x2 to be 15 minus my x1 to be 9 all squared plus my y2 to be 12 minus my y1 to be 12 all squared. So my radius must be equal to square root of 15 minus 9, we obtain 6 squared plus 12 minus 4, which is 0 squared. My radius must be equal to 6 squared, I obtain 36 plus 0 squared is 0. Radius must be equal to 36 plus 0, we have 36. Radius must be equal to 6 units. So that's the radius of the supposed circle. Right. Now, don't forget, they said we should state our equation of the circle in the form the center radius. That's the standard equation. And the standard equation of the circle is x minus a all squared plus y minus b all squared equals r squared. Don't forget that my A and my B is at the center. A is 9 and B is 12. So I have my x minus my A, which is 9 squared plus y minus B, which is 12 squared equals my radius. I obtain my radius to be 6 squared. So now we can leave the equation of the circle in this form, since they told us to leave the equation of the circle in the standard equation form or the center radius. Or you can expand 6 squared, and we have x minus 9 all squared plus y minus 12 all squared equals 6. So let's move on to our last example 3. All right, so let's see question 3. Our last question, write a standard equation of the circle with center 0, 0 and point 0, 0, 3. Don't forget, we sketch. So I have my center, which is 0, 0. It is not drawn to scale. That's why I said we sketch. Then I have my point on the circumference to be epsilon, which is 0, 3. So which means that you want to draw this circle. We have the circle centered at the origin. Then we have the y-intercept, which means that the circumference cuts the y-axis because the x value or the x coordinate is 0. So now let's see what we have to do first. We have to go and find for our radius. Our distance from C to epsilon must be equal to the radius, which is square root of x2 minus x1 all squared plus y2 minus y1 all squared. So I have my x1, y1, then x2, y2. So the distance from C to epsilon is the same thing as the radius, which is x2, which is my 0 minus x1, which is 0 squared plus y2, which is 3 minus y1, 0 squared. So my radius must be equal to 0 minus 0, you obtain 0 squared plus 3 minus 0, 3 squared. Radius must be equal to square root of 0 squared 0 plus 3 squared 9. So I have radius being equal to 0 plus 9, we have 9. Radius must be equal to square root of 9, we have 3 units. So we obtain the radius to be 3 units. Now, we want to find for the equation of the circle in a standard or in a standard equation form. So I have my x minus a all squared plus y minus b all squared equals r squared. So now I have here to be a then b. Don't forget, it is centered at the origin already. So I have x squared plus y squared equals r squared. This one reduces to that because it's centered at the origin. So I have to substitute in only the radius. My radius is 3 squared. Or I can also write it as x squared plus y squared equals 9. I believe you enjoy the tutorial section. Do all to subscribe to Massa Tutorials where mathematics literacy begins. Let's move on to our next section of the